Amazing aardvarks, nature's insect hunters. In the vast savannas and grasslands of sub-Saharan Africa, a peculiar creature emerges from its underground den as twilight descends. With its elongated snout, powerful claws, and distinctive arched back, the aardvark cuts an unmistakable silhouette against the African landscape. Often called earth pig in Afrikaans, this remarkable mammal represents one of nature's most specialized and successful insect hunters, perfectly adapted for a life spent pursuing ants and termites across the African continent. The aardvark's unique place in nature. The aardvark, or Icterapus afer, stands alone in the animal kingdom as the sole surviving member of the order Tubulidinata. This taxonomic isolation reflects the animal's ancient lineage and unique evolutionary path. Fossil evidence suggests that aardvarks have remained relatively unchanged for millions of years, indicating that their specialized design represents a near-perfect solution to their ecological niche. Despite their common name, earth pig, aardvarks are not related to pigs at all. Their closest living relatives are actually elephants, manatees, and other members of the superorder Afrotheria, a group of mammals that evolved in Africa during the continent's long period of isolation. This relationship, revealed through genetic analysis, highlights the remarkable diversity of forms that can emerge from common ancestral stock. Masterful anatomy for insect hunting. Every aspect of the aardvark's anatomy reflects its specialization as an insect hunter. The most striking feature is undoubtedly its elongated, pig-like snout, which houses an extraordinary sensory apparatus. The aardvark's nose contains more turbinate bones than any other mammal, creating an intricate maze of tissue that maximizes surface area for scent detection. This remarkable olfactory system allows aardvarks to detect ant and termite colonies from considerable distances, even when the insects are hidden deep underground. The aardvark's tongue represents another marvel of evolutionary engineering. Extending up to 30 centimeters in length, this muscular organ is covered in sticky saliva that acts like biological flypaper for ants and termites. The tongue's incredible length allows the aardvark to probe deep into insect tunnels and chambers, extracting prey from spaces its body could never access directly. Perhaps most impressive are the aardvark's powerful foreclaws, which serve as nature's equivalent of industrial excavation equipment. These spade-like appendages can tear through termite mounds that are harder than concrete, thanks to specialized muscles and robust bone structure. The claws are continuously growing and self-sharpening, ensuring they remain effective tools throughout the animal's lifetime. Underground architecture and burrowing mastery. Aardvarks are among nature's most accomplished diggers, creating elaborate underground networks that serve multiple purposes. A typical aardvark burrow system can extend for several meters underground, featuring multiple entrances, chambers, and escape routes. These subterranean homes provide protection from predators, shelter from extreme temperatures, and safe spaces for raising young. The construction of these burrows showcases the aardvark's remarkable digging abilities. Using their powerful claws and muscular limbs, aardvarks can excavate tunnels at surprising speed, often disappearing completely underground within minutes when threatened. The burrows are typically constructed with multiple chambers, including sleeping areas, nurseries for young, and storage spaces. These underground networks play a crucial role in African ecosystems beyond their primary inhabitants. Abandoned aardvark burrows become valuable real estate for numerous other species, including warthogs, hyenas, and various small mammals. Some burrows become so extensively used by different species that they develop into complex multi-species communities, highlighting the aardvark's role as an ecosystem engineer. Nocturnal lifestyle and behavioral adaptations. Aardvarks are quintessentially nocturnal creatures, emerging from their burrows only after sunset to begin their nightly foraging expeditions. This nocturnal lifestyle serves multiple purposes, helping them avoid both predators and the intense heat of the African sun. During the day, aardvarks remain safely underground, where temperatures remain relatively stable regardless of surface conditions. Their nightly foraging behavior follows predictable patterns shaped by millions of years of evolution. Aardvarks typically travel several kilometers each night, following zigzag paths as they search for ant and termite colonies. Their excellent hearing allows them to detect the subtle sounds of insect activity underground, while their sensitive noses guide them to the richest feeding opportunities. When an aardvark locates a promising termite mound or ant colony, the real excavation begins. Using their powerful claws, they can tear open even the most fortified insect structures, creating access holes that allow their specialized tongues to reach the protein-rich inhabitants within. A single aardvark can consume tens of thousands of ants or termites in a single night, making them incredibly efficient predators of social insects. Diet and feeding strategies. While aardvarks are often described as exclusive ant and termite eaters, their diet is actually somewhat more varied than commonly believed. Their primary food sources are indeed ants and termites, particularly species that build large, permanent colonies. They show strong preferences for certain types of termites, especially those in the genus Trinerviterms, which build the large, hard mounds characteristic of African savannas. The nutritional content of their insect prey is surprisingly rich. Ants and termites provide high-quality protein, essential fats, and important minerals, making them an excellent food source for a mammal of the aardvark size. The social nature of their prey also means that successful foraging yields large quantities of food in concentrated areas, making the energy expenditure of digging worthwhile. Occasionally, aardvarks supplement their insect diet with other foods. They have been observed eating certain fruits, particularly the underground fruit of the aardvark cucumber, Cucumis humifructus, a plant that has evolved specifically to attract aardvarks as seed dispersers. This mutualistic relationship highlights the complex ecological connections that aardvarks maintain within their environment. Reproduction and life cycle. Aardvark reproduction follows patterns typical of many medium-sized African mammals, with some unique adaptations related to their underground lifestyle. Females typically give birth to a single offspring after a gestation period of approximately 7 months. The timing of births often coincides with the rainy season, when ant and termite activity is at its peak, ensuring abundant food resources for nursing mothers. Newborn aardvarks are born in the safety of underground burrows, where they remain for the first several weeks of life. During this period, they are entirely dependent on their mother's milk and protection. The young aardvark's early development focuses on building the strength and coordination necessary for their future digging lifestyle. As they mature, young aardvarks begin accompanying their mothers on foraging expeditions, learning essential skills through observation and practice. This educational period can last several months, during which the young animal learns to identify profitable feeding sites, master digging techniques, and navigate the complex social dynamics of their nocturnal world. Ecological role and environmental impact. Aardvarks play crucial roles in African ecosystems that extend far beyond their identity as specialized predators. Their constant digging and burrowing activities contribute significantly to soil aeration and mixing, processes that enhance plant growth and ecosystem health. The holes they create while foraging for insects become water collection points during rainy seasons, supporting plant communities and providing drinking opportunities for other animals. As predators of social insects, aardvarks help maintain ecological balance in environments where ants and termites might otherwise reach problematic population levels. Their selective feeding pressure influences the distribution and behavior of insect colonies, creating a complex web of ecological interactions that shapes entire communities. The aardvark's role as a seed disperser, particularly for specialized plants like the aardvark cucumber, demonstrates their importance in maintaining plant diversity. These plants have evolved specifically to take advantage of aardvark feeding behavior, producing fruits that are attractive to these mammals and can survive passage through their digestive systems. Conservation challenges and threats. Despite their specialized adaptations and long evolutionary history, aardvarks face increasing pressure from human activities and environmental changes. Habitat loss represents the primary threat to aardvark populations, as agricultural expansion and human settlement fragment the large territories these animals require for successful foraging. Climate change poses additional challenges, particularly through its effects on ant and termite populations. Changes in rainfall patterns and temperature can dramatically impact the availability of the social insects that form the foundation of aardvark diet. Prolonged droughts can force termites deeper underground or reduce their activity levels, making them more difficult for aardvarks to locate and access. Human persecution also affects aardvark populations in some areas. Their meat is considered a delicacy in certain regions, and their body parts are sometimes used in traditional medicine. Additionally, farmers sometimes view aardvarks as pests due to the holes they dig while foraging, leading to retaliatory killing. Fascinating adaptations and abilities. The aardvark's sensory adaptations extend beyond their famous nose and include remarkable hearing capabilities. Their large, upright ears can detect the subtle sounds of insect activity underground, allowing them to locate colonies even when visual and olfactory cues are absent. These ears are also highly mobile, able to rotate independently to pinpoint sound sources with remarkable precision. Their skin provides another layer of adaptation to their environment. Thick and tough, it protects them from insect bites and stings during feeding, as well as from thorns and rough surfaces during their nightly travels. The skin is also relatively resistant to the powerful mandibles of soldier ants and termites, allowing aardvarks to feed with minimal discomfort. Temperature regulation in aardvarks involves both behavioral and physiological adaptations. Their underground lifestyle helps them avoid temperature extremes, while their large ears serve as heat radiators during warm periods. Their metabolic rate is relatively low for a mammal of their size, helping them conserve energy during periods when prey may be scarce. Cultural significance and human connections. Throughout African cultures, aardvarks hold significant symbolic and practical importance. Many traditional stories and folklore feature aardvarks as clever, industrious characters whose digging abilities and nocturnal habits make them symbols of perseverance and hidden wisdom. Their elusive nature and primarily nocturnal activity have contributed to their mystique in human cultures across their range. In some regions, aardvark body parts are attributed medicinal properties in traditional healing systems. While these practices contribute to hunting pressure on wild populations, they also reflect the deep cultural connections between human communities and these remarkable animals. Modern conservation efforts increasingly recognize the importance of working with local communities to protect aardvark populations. Educational programs that highlight the ecological importance of aardvarks and their role in maintaining healthy ecosystems have shown promise in reducing persecution and building support for conservation initiatives. The future of Africa's earth pigs. The future of aardvark populations depends largely on our ability to balance human development with ecosystem conservation. Protected areas that maintain large tracts of suitable habitat remain crucial for long-term population stability. However, conservation efforts must also address the needs of human communities living alongside aardvarks, developing strategies that allow for coexistence. Research into aardvark ecology and behavior continues to reveal new insights into their complex relationships with their environment. Advanced tracking technologies and genetic studies are providing unprecedented views into their movement patterns, population structure, and adaptive capabilities. This growing understanding forms the foundation for more effective conservation strategies. Climate adaptation strategies may become increasingly important as environmental changes continue to affect African ecosystems. Understanding how aardvarks respond to changing conditions and identifying the most resilient populations will be crucial for maintaining viable populations into the future. The story of the aardvark represents one of evolution's most successful experiments in specialization. These remarkable mammals have thrived for millions of years by perfecting their role as nature's insect hunters, developing extraordinary adaptations that allow them to exploit a niche unavailable to other animals. Their continued survival depends on our recognition of their ecological importance and our commitment to preserving the African landscapes they call home. As we face an uncertain environmental future, the aardvark serves as both an inspiration and a reminder. Their evolutionary success demonstrates the power of specialization and adaptation, while their current vulnerabilities highlight the interconnected nature of ecosystems and the far-reaching consequences of environmental change. Protecting these amazing earth pigs means preserving not just a single species, but entire networks of ecological relationships that have developed over millions of years of African natural history.